ready to jump into AI and game development. You sent over some pretty cool research on using AI to create video games from scratch.
Yeah.
We're talking about generating entirely new playable worlds,
Yeah.
not just, reskinning old ones.
Right.
The possibilities are, pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah.
So we're going to be focusing on excerpts from a research paper called GameFactory.pdf, which details this new method. They call it GameFactory. And our mission today is to kind of unpack how this tech actually works, what makes it so innovative, and maybe get a glimpse into how it could, change the future of gaming and maybe even, beyond gaming.
Yeah. So the research really dives into this problem in game AI, where we've seen AI kind of dominate existing games, beat the best human players and things like that.
Right.
But actually creating something new has been a real hurdle. So Game Factory seems to kind of bridge this gap by using something called pre-trained video diffusion models.
So these models are trained on massive data sets of real-world videos. And this is important, right? It's not just game footage.
Right.
This is giving the AI a broader understanding of just how the visual world works.
Yeah. So training on these real-world videos, it lets the AI develop, a much more comprehensive understanding of physics and, diverse environments and even human behavior. And this approach, sets the stage for creating games that feel more, I guess, grounded and immersive. It's almost like, teaching someone to build a house by showing them, thousands of videos of different architectural styles,
Yeah.
instead of limiting them to blueprints of a single house type.
That's a fantastic analogy. I love that. So instead of, just rote learning, this method really encourages genuine creation. There's a catch, though, right?
Yeah.
These real-world video models don't inherently understand game actions, things like moving a character or interacting with objects.
Yeah.
So how do they solve that problem?
Well, this is where Game Factory's multi-phase training strategy comes into play.
Yeah.
So in phase one, you kind of immerse the AI in the visual style of a specific game. The research, uses Minecraft as a test case.
Okay.
And it's almost like giving the AI, a basic understanding of that game's visual elements. Like it's learning a visual language.
Got it. Okay. So phase two is shifting the focus from visuals to action control.
Right.
The AI is trained using data from, actual gameplay. So it's like the AI is learning to drive within this game world.
Exactly. And this decoupling of game style and action control is one of the key innovations of Game Factory.
Okay.
Because the separation is what enables the AI to be adaptable. It's like learning to drive a car.
Yeah.
You wouldn't limit a driver to just, one specific car model.
Right.
So Game Factory works in a similar way. It grasps, these general principles of game control and can then, apply them to any visually compatible game environment.
So they created a special data set. They call it GF Minecraft, specifically to train Game Factory. What makes this data set so special?
Well, it incorporates a variety of different features. They have diverse scenes, weather conditions, different times of day. But the most crucial element is this inclusion of unbiased action sequences.
Okay. Why are unbiased actions so crucial in this context?
Well, human players, we tend to develop predictable patterns, when we play games.
Yeah.
And this can actually limit the AI's ability to learn creative and unexpected actions.
Okay.
But by using these randomly generated action sequences, GS Minecraft essentially forces the AI to think outside the box, right?
Yeah.
To explore, the full potential of actions within the game. It's like if you were learning a language from only, listening to one person,
Right.
you'd miss out on all the different accents and ways of speaking.
The research gives some specific examples of Game Factory actually controlling game elements.
Yeah.
Things like moving the character, looking around, reacting to collisions with objects. Some of these might seem like basic actions, but they have, pretty significant implications.
Yeah. And the researchers observed something really remarkable, that these learned controls could, in some cases, be applied to entirely different types of games.
Wow.
So, for instance, the mouse movements used to, control the character's viewpoint in Minecraft could also be used to steer a car in, a racing game.
That's amazing. So it's like the AI is starting to understand, fundamentally how games work.
Right.
Even though it wasn't specifically programmed with those rules.
Yeah. It's learning through observation and interaction.
It's learning, yeah. Okay, so the researchers, they envision this as more than just, a tool for game development.
Right.
They see it as a potential generalizable world model. So what exactly does that mean?
Well, it suggests that GameFactory could learn, fundamental principles from one environment, like Minecraft, and apply them to other, potentially very different settings.
Oh, wow.
And so the research actually explores, potential applications in fields like autonomous driving and robotics. They even suggest, potential uses in scientific discovery.
That's wild. Those possibilities are really awe-inspiring. I think this deep dive has been incredibly eye-opening for me, and I'm starting to realize that the future of gaming might be even more extraordinary than we ever imagined.
Yeah, and that's what I love about, research like this. It really kind of, ignites our imaginations, and it pushes us to think, beyond the confines of what we currently know.
Absolutely.
So who knows? Maybe one of our listeners will be inspired to create the next, groundbreaking game using GameFactory.
Yeah, maybe.
So, one of the really striking aspects of this research is the fact that they're using these pre-trained video diffusion models, right? Instead of building a game AI from the ground up, you're starting with an AI that already has this really rich understanding of the visual world.
So like giving it a massive head start.
Yeah.
You're not teaching it basic concepts.
Right.
You're basically fast-tracking it to more advanced levels.
Yeah. It's an ingenious shortcut that seems to really benefit the AI's ability to create these, believable and diverse game environments.
Yeah.
But as we were talking about before, visual comprehension alone isn't enough.
Right.
The AI needs to be able to interact with the game world, to control elements within it.
Yeah.
And so this brings us back to this multi-phase training strategy. And the research gets, a little technical here.
Right.
But the core concept is actually, surprisingly elegant. They've essentially separated the learning of the game style from the learning of the action control. You can think about it like learning to play the piano.
Yep.
You wouldn't start by teaching someone every musical genre, simultaneously.
Yeah.
You'd focus on, the fundamental mechanics first.
Right.
The scales, the chords, the finger positions.
Right.
And once you have those foundations, then you can apply them to, any style of music that you want.
Yeah. Okay.
So phase one of GameFactory's training is kind of like teaching the AI the scales and chords of a particular game.
Okay. So in phase one, the pre-trained model, it's fine-tuned on a specific game's data set.
Right.
So the AI is learning the visual language and rules of that specific world.
Right.
And it's important that at this stage, it's not taught the controls.
Right.
That comes in phase two.
Right.
With the introduction of this action control module.
Exactly.
And this is where things get, I think, particularly interesting. This module is designed to handle, both discrete actions like keyboard inputs and continuous actions like mouse movements.
Right. And these different types of actions, they require different approaches, right?
Okay.
So for the discrete actions, they employ a technique called cross attention.
Okay.
And this basically allows the AI to map specific inputs, like pressing the W key to corresponding actions in the game, like moving forward.
Okay.
You can almost imagine it as like a matching game, like matching socks.
Yeah.
The AI takes an input and it finds, the matching sock in the game world.
Yeah. Got it.
And that triggers the corresponding action.
So for continuous actions, like the mouse movements, they use a different approach.
Right. Because in this case, the mouse input data is combined with the visual data.
Yep.
And this, this method is more suitable for maintaining, the fine-grained control that you need for actions like looking around or aiming.
Okay, so the AI, it learns to see the game world in phase one.
Right.
And then it learns to act within that world in phase two.
Exactly.
So how does this all come together to actually, enable the creation of new games?
Well, it's the decouple design that really makes this work.
Okay.
Because the action control module, it's trained independently of any particular game style.
Okay.
It can basically be integrated into any game environment that the AI, visually understands.
So theoretically, you could take the action control module that's trained on Minecraft.
Right.
And you could integrate that to a completely different game genre.
Right.
Like Like a racing game or a first-person shooter.
Exactly. That's the fundamental idea.
Wow.
And the researchers have even, found some evidence to support this idea of cross-game transfer learning.
Wow. They observed that the mouse movements used to control the character's viewpoint
Right.
in Minecraft
Right.
could also be used to steer a car in a racing game.
It's remarkable. It really is. It seems like the AI is developing this like universal understanding of game mechanics.
Yeah, it's a really fascinating glimpse into the potential of this method. So let's maybe shift our focus now to this GF Minecraft data set a little bit.
Okay.
We've talked about these unbiased action sequences.
Yeah.
But what other elements contribute to this data set's uniqueness?
Well, I mean, we've established that it's incredibly diverse.
Right.
It's got all these different Minecraft environments, different times of day, weather conditions, even in-game events.
Right.
So the AI isn't confined to a single sandbox, right? It's learning to navigate a whole universe of them.
Exactly. And the data set also incorporates text descriptions, as annotations.
Okay.
And this further enhances the AI's understanding of the game world.
So by associating, visuals with textual labels, the AI can kind of interpret and generate game content in a more, I guess, meaningful and contextual way.
Exactly. This semantic grounding allows the AI to move beyond simple imitation and venture into the realm of genuine innovation.
Okay. So we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about pre-trained video diffusion models,
Right.
multi-phase training, the action control module, this GF Minecraft dataset.
Right.
So I mean, it's clear that GameFactory is a complex system, a lot of interconnected components.
Yeah, but it's a beautifully designed system where each element is kind of working harmoniously to achieve this, remarkable objective of teaching AI to create new games.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's a real testament to the researchers' innovation, and it offers us, this glimpse into these exciting possibilities for the future.
This is just the beginning. The researchers view this as a stepping stone towards something even more ambitious.
Right.
A generalizable world model that can be applied to all sorts of real world challenges.
Exactly. The potential applications in fields like robotics and autonomous driving and even scientific discovery. I mean, they're truly vast. This has been a quite insightful deep dive, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
It really highlights, the incredible advancements that are happening in AI and the potential that they hold for the future.
Absolutely. It's inspiring to see how AI is not only mastering games, but now taking on this role of a creator.
Right.
Actually shaping the very experiences that we engage with.
Yeah.
So, GameFactory is really a testament to human ingenuity and a window into these amazing possibilities that lie ahead. I mean, we've gone over like a lot of technical details.
Right.
What would you say are the most kind of significant takeaways from this research for our listeners?
I think the biggest one is that it really shows that it's possible to teach AI to create new video games.
Yeah.
Not just play them.
Right.
And this is a huge step forward in game AI.
Right.
And it really could revolutionize, how games are developed.
It could really empower, creators, giving them the tools to bring like their most imaginative ideas to life without needing these, huge teams or massive budgets.
Right, exactly. And it also has a potential to really democratize game development. Imagine a future where anyone with a creative vision can leverage AI to build their own games. Yeah. Regardless of their technical expertise or the resources that they have available.
We've talked about, some complex concepts here, like pre-trained video diffusion models.
Right.
And multi-phase training and action control modules. And we've tried to simplify these ideas, but I mean they're still, pretty intricate.
Yeah. I think the key takeaway though is that GameFactory really cleverly combines, these existing AI technologies in this really novel way
Yeah.
to achieve this really remarkable outcome, which is teaching AI to create new games.
It's amazing.
It really is. It's a testament to the researchers' innovation, and it really gives us this glimpse into, the exciting possibilities that are out there.
What kind of games do you envision being created with this technology in the future?
I think we're going to see games that are more immersive, more
Yeah.
dynamic, more responsive to player choices.
Yeah.
Games that really push the boundaries of what we previously thought was possible.
Yeah, games that surprise us, that challenge us,
Right.
that maybe even teach us something new about ourselves in the process.
Exactly.
This whole exploration has been, uh, I think, incredibly enlightening. It's really highlighted the fact that the future of gaming might be even more incredible than we could have ever imagined.
Yeah.
And it's expanded our understanding of what AI can achieve.
And that's the beauty of research like this, right?
Yeah.
It sparks our imagination. It
Yeah.
it encourages us to think beyond, the limitations of what we currently know.
Absolutely.
So who knows? Maybe one of our resources will be inspired to create the next, groundbreaking game using using this very technology.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into Game Factory.
Thanks for having me.